They say Medusa was a monster, a terrifying creature cursed to turn men into stone with a single glance. But what if I told you she was never the villain? What if she was the victim of a cruel injustice? The gods cursed her, but for what? For being beautiful, for being powerless against them? Medusa wasn't always a creature of nightmares. She was once a human woman, and not just any woman. She was breathtakingly beautiful, so beautiful that even the gods couldn't ignore her. She was a priestess of Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. She had taken a sacred oath of purity, dedicating her life to the temple. She believed in the gods. She trusted them. But trust meant nothing in a world ruled by the immortals. One day, Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea, laid his eyes on her. But he didn't see a devoted priestess. He didn't see a person. He saw something to take. And in the very temple of Athena, the unthinkable happened. Poseidon forced himself upon Medusa. Now imagine this. She was the victim. She was the one who was wronged. But instead of punishing the god who violated sacred ground, Athena turned her wrath on Medusa. Was it jealousy? Was it divine rage? Or was it simply the gods playing with human lives as they always did? Her punishment was not death. No. Death would have been merciful. Instead, Athena transformed her. Her once soft, flowing hair became a writhing mass of venomous snakes. Her warm, kind eyes were cursed. Anyone who looked into them would turn to solid stone. From that moment on, she was no longer a woman. She was a monster, cast out from society, hunted, feared. And for what? Because she was the victim of a god? Was Medusa truly a monster? Or was she just another woman punished for the crimes of a man? For years, Medusa lived in exile. She never asked for revenge. She never sought out destruction. She only wanted to be left alone, but the world wouldn't let her. King Polydectes wanted her head, so he sent a hero, Perseus, to kill her. But how do you slay a creature you can't even look at? With Athena's help, Perseus received a mirrored shield, so he wouldn't have to meet her gaze. And when he finally found her, Medusa was asleep. She never had a chance to fight back. With a single swing of his sword, her head was severed from her body. But even in death, her power remained. From her blood, Pegasus, the winged horse, was born, and her severed head, Athena mounted it on her shield, using it as a weapon for eternity. Even in death, Medusa was used. She was once a woman, cursed for something that was never her fault. She was turned into a monster, hunted and killed, and yet she never had a choice in any of it. Was Medusa truly the villain of this story, or was she just another victim of the gods' cruelty?